Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round number 10 at the lovely Zandvoort circuit in Netherlands. The last race of the week before silly season is upon us. And it is going to be a very interesting one. A few obviously out tonight, which is very unfortunate. Obviously, only 15 on the grid, but 15 all going to get points. That's the main thing. And that is the main thing tonight. So we'll have to wait and see what is going to happen. But yeah, it is unfortunate to only run with 15. But at the end of the day, we are going to get a race on our hands. And this track is deadly for overtakes and for spatial awareness. I am your comms and host tonight, SJ, and I'm joined by the man that is dominating. Started to dominate in Division 5. It's VLT Vettel. Good evening, my friend.
VC together, but interesting to say the least. Let me just check something. As Chandler's gets the fastest lap of the... Oh no, now it's Mr. Thunder with the 109.921, which is not too bad, obviously in the first few minutes, so the track's pretty cold, as they're now starting the lap of Hato, and Watanabe gets a 109.908. But here's Hato coming on none, so he burned down the straight, and then on the exit of turn 1, bailed out again. So, again, pretty interesting from them. I believe they'd be in a VC together acting like this.
I'm back now, sorry.
No worries.
A few technical issues there. Get on board at the moment. Right, here we go. Right, so we got Watanabe on 109.908. 2 Astons up there, P1 and P2. What can you see here tonight, Betty, from these guys? Obviously, no Alpha Gully and no Jono, and they are the guys that are dominating at the top. Chandler's massive opportunity tonight to push on some points on the guys at the top.
Yeah, definitely. It's the runners that obviously are sitting behind the shadows of Alpha Gully and Jono. But then you got Chandler's, Kalki, and Nail Guet, the Red Bull. I don't know how to pronounce that, very sorry. Those are the top 5 right now. Nile? Yep. Yeah, they're the top runners right now, so obviously those are 3 that would mainly be pushing. They'd be mainly trying to get that gap down from Jono and Alpha Gully. Cut it down a bit more, get it real closer, maybe in a few races' time get it tied, as we've seen XD Lamb just invalidate on the last turn. That's very unlucky. He was on a very quick lap as well. He's gone into the pits. Well, that is not good for him.
Okay, that's interesting.
Chandler's is now coming down entry of turn 3, coming down to the the fast turn going into the main straight, the last turn area. I can never get that turn right. I always hit that curb and invalidate, which is what Lamb did. As Kalki has now started his lap. Chandler's stays in 4th. Kalki invalidate and it goes to none again. Everyone's doing multiple outlaps, as Niall Guet has just gone fastest on mediums with a 109.648. That's very good from him. Again, we're still in the first 7 or so minutes, so the times will be backing up very quickly, as JDI has just retired. I believe that was in the pits.
Yeah, they will.
Both Aston Martins have.
Yeah, you will.
Oh yeah, this is full quali.
Yeah, you will.
That's right. I forgot.
Yeah, you will see some retirement. It's only 15 on track, so all these guys will go through. So they'll probably set a time. They'll get straight onto it, and then we'll go straight into Q2. So no one gets in.
Yes, that's why. That makes sense. Why Shifty and Hato were side by side.
Got an outlap here though. An outlap on Lamb, Lexi, and Oscar. So which one do you want to jump on board with for a flying lap of Zandvoort?
Let's go, Oscar. Put on the Mercedes.
Okay.
He's not close to the line.
We will jump on board with Oscar Piastri in a second, but at the moment we've got Nail Jouer at the front. Watanabe and JD Mike, they are your top 3. We are going to jump on board with Oscar. He's actually lost both the front of his wing there, so that's really unfortunate. Yeah. So
AQT, the Kick Sauber, is now starting his lap. So he was in P14. This will be his first lap of the quali today. He's taken in turn 1 and turn 2 pretty well. He's losing grip into the exit of turn 2. Got the good exit out of turn 3, that hairpin area, the banking turn. Gets the slipstream off that hat of that was G-Force. Nicky invalidates. Oh, that's not good. As Kalki has left the session, so I'll get him back in.
Well, while Vedel is doing that, we'll jump on board with Oscar just to see what he can do on a lap. He does have both of those front plates missing, so it's probably not going to be the best. And hopefully he's not going to get in the way of Lamb, who is right behind. Is on a lap though, so we'll have to wait and see what happens here. But let's have a look. Let's jump on board with Lamb. He's invalidated and that is not the way to go there for the Williams driver of Lamb. Obviously, Kelky has retired as well, but has set a time there. Yes, is a bit of a long time, 1:42.04. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. G-Force Nick, though, does 109.861 and puts himself in a P2. Chandler's going into P3 now, and we saw, obviously, Watanabe and JDMI. They were up at the top, but looks...
Yeah, I can't find Kalki.
Okay. Looks like JF7 is down drop down into P5. All these guys will go through, so I reckon we won't see long before we see these guys going into Q2 at the moment. We'll have to wait and see. Just seeing if there's any messages coming in at the moment. Remember, guys, we are at 90,000 for track selection. So if you feel free, if you've got the points, then feel free to get amongst it. Remember, this is the last race for Division 1 before they do have their break week. Silly season does open on Wednesday after Division 3 at midnight. So it's going to be a very interesting week ahead. But also we've got Division 2 and Division 4 tomorrow night at the lovely Miami circuits. What a track.
Could you invite Kalki?
Try.
I can't find him.
Communication services. Nope, it's not there either. I haven't got him. It's not on mine, unfortunately. He's coming. Oh, there you go. Look, he is coming back. So, right, we've got a few more guys sending some times. Obviously, Niall Giroux is still out there. Chandler's is still out. Chandler's actually improved there in that 62. Let's have a look to see if he's going to improve. There you go. Kelky is back in. That's good.
He's done 6 laps on those mediums.
Woo!
He's just doing race practice.
He probably is. It's good for him. It is good. You got Lexi in there.
Yeah, it's smart.
P7, a good job there for the kicks as well. But remember, no one will get eliminated. So, guys, feel free to retire when you've set times. And let's get on to Q2 and get on to it.
As Morge 13 has just got first fastest lap with a 1:09.5. So that is a 10th quicker than Niall on the Red Bull. But yet again, he was on softs, as Niall was on mediums. So that's definitely the quickest out of everyone on softs. But at the end of the day, it is Q1 and no one's eliminated, as well as... What was I going to say? I forgot. Anyway, Oscar Piastrico has retired in the pits. That will be many retires, but fair enough. As we've now seen AQT, the Kick Sauber, going into the pits. Limitless Draco retires. So almost everyone except for AQT in the Kick is on track. Seems as XD Lamb has run out of fuel, so he's going to go into pits, assuming to retire. Morge and Chandler is going very close to each other, but they, what's called Chandler's backs off a bit. They sit behind each other. XD Lamb retires, assuming AQT Lamb will retire soon. Chandler's getting the slipstream. Chandler's gets the passing of Morge. They both go into the pits. So, and Niall retires. So it's just AQT, Chandler's, and Morge who are either going into the garage or waiting to retire. Chandler's retires, but yeah, he was in the garage, I think. I don't know if it'll keep him through. I believe so.
Should do. I'll have to wait and see what happens.
As we are waiting on Morge and AQT to retire. But there's no force, as AQT has retired now, so we are waiting on Morge.
Right, let's see. He may do another lap, but we'll have to wait and see, as everyone has, as Vettel retired. So we'll have to wait and see. So feel free to retire if you want. No, just see. No, just the orange one needs to retire. Yep, there you go. He has retired. So, yeah, pretty good.
Right. Yeah, obviously, I don't think anyone would be pushing. I think as the two Mercedes drivers are last and second last, I think in their 12 seconds, few 30 seconds off the pace. So I reckon that was just just a normal lap, just control in the park.
Yep, it is at the moment. We'll have to wait and see. A few of these guys have gone on the medium tyres, but Niles, you out in Challenge are your top three going into Q2 coming up shortly. Right, Vettel, how are you feeling for this week at Miami in your situation?
Oh God. Not my favorite track. I think a lot of people either really, really hate it or really, really love it. It's one of those tracks. It's either you love it or you hate it. As I know you quoted before. It's like Vegemite or Marmite. You love it or you hate it. So yeah, a lot of people will be on the fence. A lot of people that chicane area under like the tunnel kind of thing in sector just before the back straight. That is gonna cause a lot of crashes. I can tell, and it's that area. If you go side by side, it's very hard to go side by side with. So the main overtaking spots will be into the straights. There's going to be very limited turn overtakes. But no, I'm looking forward to it. I've never raced on Miami in Rush, so I'm looking forward to it. It's a different track to mainly the other ones, like main tracks. There's a lot of what's called difficult turns. It's a lot of technical areas. I've heard tire degrees not the greatest, not that I'm aware of. Actually, I don't know about that. I might have to confirm it tonight when I'm practicing. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure everyone else is doing a lot of practice if they're not liking the track.
Yeah, well, I'll have to wait and see what happens.
What's your thoughts on Miami?
Yeah, I enjoy the track. I think it's a great track. I think there's a lot of places to overtake, a lot of places to make mistakes as well. You've got the swimming pool section um, in Sector 3, which is going to be interesting. But yeah, I think it's going to be a great race. Mixed conditions there as well. You can have a bit of wet or dry. That'll be very interesting to see what those conditions do. We've done some fantastic races in Miami in the wet, which has been very, very interesting. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's a good way to go out for silly season. Good track, and they're a great track to come back to after silly season in Baku.
Oh God, not Baku. You have to pick my worst tracks in a row, don't you? Nah, it's okay. Um, Again, Baku, there's a lot of technical areas, there's a lot of tricky corners, there's parts where you can't go side by side. So, again, it's going to cause a lot of crashes, going to cause a lot of drama, but at the end of the day, you can't get all your favorite tracks at once. So, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, head up high every race. Even though I've made a lot of mistakes this season, you gotta just keep your head up high and take every race as it comes. Don't worry about what's happening next week. Don't worry about what's happened last week. You know, just obviously with me coming off the win in Melbourne, I'm got my head up even higher. But at the end of the day, things can change in one turn. So it's not like I'm gonna say, "Oh, I can win by 1,000 minutes." But at the end of the day, sorry, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a tough one as we see Piastri go getting P1 fastest lap so far with a 109.2, just behind the 3/10th mark of a 299. FNG Hado with a 109.8, as Kalki with a 109.1. So times are racking up so far as Piastrico is holding up a kick Sauber of Keith on the banking of turn 3. But that was, I don't know if they were giving space or it was straight up backing up, but I think it was more just giving space.
Not on the lap at the moment. Watanabe coming down the main
Drift.
straight.
I did watch that race.
Montenabi coming down the main straight.
Drift,
Got
I
the
was watching
Alpine
that race.
behind
It wasn't
him,
great.
behind Chandler's, and he goes P5. That does not Chandler's, sorry. That was Aiden Israeli going up into P4. Niall Giroux, 108.718. That is the first one of the
Wow.
night. That has, definitely smashed the time there on Kalki and Oscar. But obviously, two great times there for the Mercedes. They are looking very good so far. We've also got Limitless that's on an outlap, XT Lamb and Chandler's still to set time. So let's have a look. Lamb coming around the corner. Could get a nice little toe here from his teammate
Chandler's
of
purple
Shifty.
sector 1.
Is that Shifty? No, it is. It could be Shifty. Yeah, it is Shifty. He's giving him a toe. Ooh, Lamb only 12th. Oh, it's interesting there.
There's Chandler's has got faster sector 1.
Wait, see what Limitless is doing.
Thank you, Tudor. As Chandler's got faster sector 1 and sector 2, can he bring it home coming into the? I'd say this is the final turn. I think it's. Do you reckon that last turn? You reckon it's one whole turn going 180 degrees, or is it 2 turns?
No, it's one. Goes all the way around.
Yeah.
Swing. Full swing round.
Going into the last turn, Chandler's goes 4th. Wow.
Fourth.
He had clearly not a very strong sector 3 because he had a strong sector 1 and 2.
One more time.
But that's alright.
One more.
Still got more time as Niall is now starting his lap.
Limitless is about to cross the line in P15 right at the bottom. Is he going to be able to put it up to his teammate? And he goes P13. So, yeah, not the best. So, at the moment, Keithy, Limitless, Lamb, and Lexi are all going out of Q2. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Still got a few guys still to set some times as Niall Jua is on lap. But 1087 is very impressive going into, into Q3. It's an impressive time there, Fedel.
Yeah, of course, as he's just got another purple sector 1. So, again, he could be going quicker now. I'm trying to get his lap data on to see how much he's gaining by, as I think that is Chandler's coming off the turn of the DRS. But here we go, as he goes into the chicane, he is up by 10th. He has a snap, which I think actually did him better. I don't know. But he comes onto the last turn now. Still gaining, burning all the battery he has. Going 30%, 25, 20, burning it all. Foot to the floor. 1087. That is very quick.
He's only gone 10 thousandths of a second quicker than his first stint there. So we'll have to wait and see. As we've got some outlaps, right? We've got Keithy, so we've got G-Force Nick on an outlap, or we've got Morge in P6. So who do we jump on board with? Or we've got Watanabe for an outlap. Who should we jump on board with? Flying lap, is it? No.
I reckon whoever's closest to the line.
Let's have a look.
G-Force Nick.
All right.
Closest.
Okay, we'll jump on board G-Force and I'll take everyone through a flying lap. But that is the pedigree to beat at the moment at 108.709. Can G-Force Nick beat it on his second attempt? Let's have a look. He's done a 109.870. So he's coming round the last final corner ready to start. So here we go. On board, Mr. G-Force Nick in the Haas. In P11, his teammate and TP in P9. Coming around the first corner, down the main straight. Going a little bit of ERS as much as you can. Trying to push over to the left-hand side. Do not touch that grass. Drop it onto the 50. Get tight to the corner. Get as nice and tight as you can. Get a good exit coming out there. Very nice. Don't lose the back end. Get really tight on this hairpin here. This is the part where you can lose some time. A little bit of a wiggle there. Could have lost a 10. We'll have to wait and see. A little bit of the ERS burning there. Getting onto the curves. Now probably ease off to the brakes. Drop down into gear. No, get down into 6. Getting round as much as he can. Pushes over to the left-hand side. Get full sweep round. Do not try and touch that curve because it can definitely turn your car the other way and you'll be facing the wrong way of the track. Coming round now into Sector 3 very shortly. Looking good so far. Sector 2 times about to come up. 46, 47, 48. 3.5 tenths up on his time. Good so far from Mr. G-Force Nick. Purple in Sector 2. Coming up to Sector 3. 49% battery left. Now onto the DRS. Remember, it is a lot earlier than expected, so you've got to be so careful. Coming down the main straight. All the way down the main straight. Across the line. P2 with a 109.126. And Niall Jouin has retired. He thinks 108 is quick enough. And I reckon it is. But a very good time there from G-Force Nick.
Yeah, so that's proven a lot. Knowing that Jono and Alpha Gully is not here, competition is still tough. So that is very good from the Div 1 boys, as Morge has bailed out on his lap. So has Watanabe.
Lexi's coming around. He's in P15 at the moment, looking ready to go
yeah,
out at
go
the
Lexi.
moment. Coming down the line goes
Oh,
P15. Stays where he is.
not quick enough.
Not quick enough there. That's unfortunate. And yep, still some times to set. Watanabe in P7. Aston's together there, P6 and P7. So, are we going to see any toes? That's going to be the question. We've got the two Mercs on P3 and P4. We've got G4 Snick in P2. Are we going to see any toes? That's the question, Vettel. We know this is a track where you can get a very good toe, especially down Sector 3.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really tough to say. With how winding the turn is, it's very easy to gain time on, say, you're the car behind, it's really easy to gain time on the driver ahead, and it could mess up really badly. Yeah, it's really unlikely, but you got to play that into factor. I think there will be a tow, but I think maybe just a mini ones on the DRS turns. DRS straights, there won't be much going into turns. But who knows? I'm only a Div 5 driver. They have more game sense than me. As who is of Alexi? I think he's going in the pits. He doesn't have enough fuel. How about Morge? How's he doing? I think he's going in the pits as well. So everyone will be in the pits. I'm sure they'll be going at around 2 minutes 30, maybe. With how short the track is, maybe even like I don't know, 2 minutes 10, 2 minutes 15.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see
But
what happens because it's going to be very interesting to see how some of these guys are going to go. Obviously, Lexi, Lamb, Limitless, Keithy, and Shifty looking to go out at the moment. I'm sure there's still some time in there. Everyone in the 109s, apart from Niall Jura there, and only 110, 110 from Lamb and Lexi. It's pretty impressive from Division 1. So from
Chandler's
P13,
out.
P13, it's 8 temps to G4 Snick. What is?
Yeah, that's very close. Knowing that it's usually a second or even sometimes 2 seconds, that is very good from the Div 1 boys. They're very close. As Chandler's is the only person out on track right now. I'm sure maybe he's got two fast laps of fuel out, ready to do 2 laps. So is Hado. He's coming out. So drivers are going to slowly come out in the next minute or so. Excuse me. He is coming around to, I don't know what turn that is, but it's the one where if you hit the curb, as Jay said, flips your car the other way. So you want to be very careful with that. I remember in my Div 5 race a few weeks ago, and here someone did hit that, and it wasn't very amazing. It was pretty ugly. But it's alright. Chandler's is now about to start his lap.
He is indeed, but
Drop
a bombshell.
A
Yeah, I was just about to say, wet race, bombshell alert.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Wet race at Division 1.
I'm looking forward to that.
That's Chandler's. Right, over to you for
That can
Chandler's.
change a lot of things. Alright, coming into turn 1, we've just missed it, but now turn 2, turn 3, you're gonna be really close to it, and then turn 4 is the banking one. Have a tight line on it, keep the throttle on. At the end of the day, I don't know what the lines are here. So he was getting past the Mercedes of Kalki coming off the track. Coming close to the right side of the track here. Don't touch that grass, you will spin. I believe it's gear 6 through this turn. Yep. Don't hit that curb, or we can get close to it, but don't hit it. He locks the brakes a little bit coming into that turn. Now we're going into the DRS parts. Now this is probably one of the... He's probably already passed the hard parts, now it's just smooth sailing. You gotta get the braking right off this turn. If you can get that right, you've basically got it all. Purple sector 2, comes tight line into the second last turn. Gearing up, got 50% battery left, he will get pretty good with this. Gets really close to the curb, eats it a bit, but that's alright. Starting to burn battery. Well, he should. Recommend it. There you go. I'd recommend the burn battery. Then he stays P5. It does not gain. He's negative a tenth. But I think he's still fine. And Watanabe has retired in the pits. As now Kauki is starting his lap, coming out of turn 1. JDI Mr. Thunder has retired. Kauki is staying on medium. I reckon he just doesn't need a push. Or something as he locks up the brakes going into turn 4, I believe that is.
No, he's on the softs.
So knowing that it is a wet race, qualifying is... I'm going to sound like the Drive to Survive journal here. Qualifying is everything, yeah? But, because if you're at the back, being wet as well, I know things can change easily. Change really quickly with weather. and if it dries up or something, but it's very hard to overtake in the wet. So it's like Monaco when dry. It's very hard to overtake, even Monaco in the wet. But there is a lot of straights, as we've seen. Who is that? A Williams of Shifty, I think, or was it Lamb? Something. Get really close to Kaki. As Kaki starts to get to the last turn, getting really close to the curb, burning all his battery. Gear 7, going to Gear 8. Nope, Gear 7. Gets the P2 of a 1089 flat.
Yeah, good time. Good time
So
there.
that's what? 4/10.
Right, here we go. We've got 10 seconds to
No.
go. We've got Shifty Wizard coming across the line. The Hassas coming across the line. So that's it. That will be the last car. That will set a time. 108.709 is the one to beat at the moment. Let's jump down on to the last car, because this will be Lexi to set a time. Is he up or down on his time? He has struggled to get through to Q2, but let's have a look. Let's see if it's going to happen. He's got to really pick up the pace. Coming down the final corner, down the main straight.
Keith hit the curb. Keith hit the curb.
Here we go, down the main straight, all the way to the line. What's it going to be? A 109.992, and he's out of Q2. Very unfortunate for Lexi.
And so was Keith.
And it looks like
So was Keith. He hit that curb that we told him not to.
he is out as
Yeah, that
well.
he spun his car.
So both.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate from Kick
Saubers
Saubers.
getting out of the way as well. Just trying to work out who's going out at the moment, who's coming around the final corner. And it looks like it's going to be the only solo McLaren up into P3 with a 109. Here we go. We've got the main guys coming down the main straight.
Oh!
Yellows. Keithy has retired.
Keith!
Keithy's lost it, and I don't know, he's lost it on the corner. All bad accident there, and everything is all going. Lamb is out. Aina's Raiden is out. Drama is happening here. So we have lost Lamb. I'm just going to put his name out there. Oh, and I'm just trying to work out who we lost as well, because we lost a few others. But yeah, that definitely changed a lot of things up there with that incident that happened on turn 1. So yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got. It was interesting. I don't know what happened. Maybe a wheel disconnection. I don't know. But that definitely wasn't usual from Keith.
No, definitely not. We're about to find out who went out. Please wait at the moment. So we'll just wait for a second. Hopefully it does.
As we've got the Red Bull of Niall Guet P1, Chandler's P2, Kalki P3, Morge, GeForce Nick, Piastrigo, Shifty, Mr. Thunder, Halo, and Watanabe, rounding out your Q3. So we're about to start rounding out your Q2.
I don't know who went out.
So we're going on to Q3 now.
Didn't give me the classification results, so I don't know who went out. Does anyone know?
I'll give it to you.
Who went out of quali? We've lost Lamb. Who was the other driver that we lost? We'll have to find out there. Wait and see. I'll have a look in a second. But yeah, bit of drama. So who have we lost? Who's eliminated? Lexi, Keithy, Lamb, and who else? 3.
Here we go.
2 more.
All right, Keith.
Yep.
Keith, Lamb, Aiden, Limitless.
There we go. All right, that's what I need. Okay. Right, so hopefully they jump in for a quick chat with us. They are eliminated. But if you've heard breaking news, which is coming in now, ladies and gentlemen. So breaking news. Both kicks out of Q2. And we've seen this a lot. We're just about to we'll have an interview in a sec. But big breaking news. Both kicks out of Q2. And we've had this happen a lot this season. Some big teams out. Really unfortunate to obviously lose both of the kicks. And we do have 2 guys in to have a quick chat. And I will let Vettel go off first. And Keith is in the comments box. Over to you, Vettel.
G'day, Keith.
Hey, mate, how are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
I kind of feel really bad right now because I completely impeded Lamb, and I'm really sorry.
Had
a red wing damage, and I just had a massive snap coming out the final corner. I feel really bad.
Yeah, I saw it. It was pretty ugly, but so what was it a losing snap, or was it controller disconnection?
No, it was purely I was just going flat around the corner because I had no wing. I don't know. I was understeering a bit, so I turned the wheel way more and I snapped the whole way into the wall. and it's completely my fault, and I take full responsibility for it.
Nah, that's unlucky. Yeah, obviously not the greatest qualifying you've had, but as we've just been told by your TP, it is a wet race. Is that correct?
Yes, thank God.
Yes. Well, that's going to be interesting. Obviously, things can turn around quickly. At the end of the
Well,
day,
it's going to be a bit hard to judge though, because it says it's going to be wet at the end of the race. So it's, do you try stay out on
oh,
halves the whole race? Do you try go on mediums? But I completely
oh,
stuffed up my lap. Sorry to Lamb, I did not mean it at all. But yeah, it's just
yeah.
bad luck.
No, I fully understand. We all make mistakes. Yeah, it it will probably be reported. We don't know. Probably will,
Yeah,
but
but he'll
at the
also
end of the day,
probably get reported because what
at
he
the
did.
end of the day, we've made many mistakes. We all have, and that's the part of racing. So,
Yeah, it is. It is.
head down. Good luck for the race, and what's whatever's next. Well, no, it's a break next week. So, just come back, head up higher for your next race, which will be in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
I'll pass you on to SJ. If you've got any questions.
Yeah, Keithy, really unfortunate, and we were just noticed it in the comments. Obviously, breaking news of both kicks going out. So, what's going to be the strategy? We've
Hmm.
obviously heard from your team TP that it's wet.
You know me. I say it. You know me. I say it every single time I get knocked out. I think. I'm good in the race and I'm good in the wet. So see how we go.
Okay,
Just
well,
gonna do my best. Sorry to the team. Like honestly, that was terrible from me. Really sorry to Lamb again. Completely my fault.
mistakes, mate.
And yeah,
Mistakes happen, mate. It's all about learning.
yeah,
All
yeah.
good. All good. Good luck in the race, my friend.
Thank you, SJ. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. All right, we've got the next person in the comms box. Over to you as well, Pedal.
Lexi, I believe it is.
Yeah, hello.
G'day, mate.
Hello.
So yeah, again, the other Kickstarter got knocked out.
Yeah,
I did watch a bit of your lap. I know it was quick, but not quick enough. So
the lab was
again,
horrible.
I mean, if you think about it, you're in Division One, so it can't be that horrible. But
Um,
head down. Well, as we've just heard, it is partially dry, partially wet in the race, so things can change really quickly. All it takes is one good pit stop strategy, and you get the front. So head down, and all good luck. That's all I can say.
thanks, mate.
I'll pass you over to SJ if you've got any questions.
Yeah, Lexi, obviously both kicks out. Obviously not the best place to be in. You have struggled this season. What do you think is it something that you can improve going into the second half after silly season with 8 races left?
Um, I think, quality pace is obviously a problem of me, as seen in the last races. But every time I was doing quite well in the races without anybody giving me damage. So I think I should just trying to improve my quality times, and maybe there would be a whole lot of improvement in the races as well.
Okay. All right. Well, that's. Do you think you're going to do a lot of practice over the silly season break?
I definitely will do a lot of practice.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see how you will go in the race, and all the best and good luck. Remember, everyone will score points. So
Thanks,
if
mate.
you've got no wheels or got no diffusers, still try and get it across the line because points matter in the end. So yeah, all the best.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
No worries. Okay, well, there we go. There's our interviews. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we are going to hear from the others, which is a bit unfortunate. But we're a little bit of a touch base with what happened with those guys now. So, obviously, Lexi and Keith spoke to Vettel, but Lamb, obviously, the impeding
Yeah.
probably will definitely be looked at by the stewards. Don't know if it was impeding or if Keefe crashed out and that caused the problem. But Aiden Limitless out of Q2. That's interesting to see because the other two teammates of those guys in Chandler's for Alpine and Niall
Yeah.
are through.
Yeah, as we see, Niall get a 108 8.6, which is insane. Let me say, that is very quick. I've never seen. I think that's like a second quicker than my time trial lap, maybe even more. But that's really good from Niall. He's been rapid all day so far. Again, we don't know how the race is going to be, as the two Aston Martins are pretty close to together to put telemetry up. I think they're doing the tow. Yep, they're doing the tow.
Yeah, they are. So we'll
Want to see how this goes, as Watanabe is the car behind.
keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on this because at the moment we've got 2 Mercedes, 1 Red Bull, 1 Alpine, 1 McLaren, 2 Haas's. Really good job there for the Haas. 2 Astons and 1 Williams in Shift Wizard. So yeah, a few solos and someone's gone way off there, and that was Watanabe. And
Watanabe.
has he been done for impeding? It's an interesting thing. We've got the onboard steward on tonight, which is with Matif. Thank you very much for jumping on and doing that for us. Really appreciate that. So we'll have to wait and see. There is JF7 is about to finish up on his next lap to see if there's an improvement here. Let's have a look in Sector 3. It would have been really good to have that tow going down the main straight at the moment. But JF7 coming around the final corner, down the Sector 3, a little bit less ERS than probably some others. 9% getting into the red, goes into P3 with a 109.083. Drops down into P4 because Kalki goes up into P3 and Oscar up into P2. Niall Jono still the one to be up front there with a 108.647. Interesting to see there. We've got Morge on an outlap as well. He's got to go. We've got G-Force Nick, Watanabe, Shifty, and Hado in the pits. Who is going to take pole position? We have a prediction up at the moment. 60% of you are saying Kalki. 0 for JF7, 0 for Chandler, 0 for Watanabe, 0 for Shifty, 0 for Hado, 40% of you are saying Niall, Morge 0, GeForce Nick 0, and Oscar 0. So basically, 2 favourites are Kalki and Niall. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. I've got messages coming through left, right, and centre. So we'll have to wait and see. Let's go for it. It's not long left here. 2 minutes and 43 to go. No need to. He's just Tony Hawked it. Okay, good to hear there, Swift. Hope you on board it. What's your thoughts? Do you think Niall's time can be beaten here tonight, Vettel, or do you think the Mercedes are going to give it another go?
Honestly, Niall has been very quick. I'm assuming this is his track. Like, I have never seen that. So, who knows? Maybe Mercedes. It could be even like a shocker. Maybe Hado will get pole. Who knows? But, you know, Niall's been very quick, as I believe he's starting in lap now. Yep, he's going on to hot lap now. So this will be interesting. Can he improve even more and set the bar higher? Stays in a gear 7 that whole straight. Maybe that's a strat. Who knows? Gets close to the right side of the track. Gets the curb a bit. Gets good tight line coming into the banker turn. Burning bit of battery going up the hill. This is the most tricky part of the circuit. Is the ones where it's weaving a lot. To go side by to race against someone in this, it's very hard. As there's a McLaren of Morge coming off the track. I don't know if he's hit the curb or just coming off track, but who knows? As Niall gets a very good sector 1, coming into the sector 3 part and going down the DRS straight, burning a lot of battery. He's got 50% battery left, coming into the chicane area. Good braking, gets onto the tight line, keeps the car steady, coming onto the last turn now. He's got 48% battery, braking a bit late, causing a bit of a lock. Tiny one, but he keeps it on, burns all the battery, got 15% battery, burning it all, staying right side of the track, and he gets a 0.85. Wow.
Big improvement there for
That's like a tenth
Niall.
quicker. That's...
Yeah. Two tenths, bro.
That is
no,
quick
it is a tenth. You are right. Sorry. Morge is on lap now, so he is in P6. Can he put it on the top? P1, P2, or P3? We'll have to wait and see. It is Merc at the moment in P2 and P3, 108.9, 109 flat, near enough, and very, very close behind them is JF7. So he's looking strong here. So let's have a look at Morge. Not up on his time at the moment. He's actually down on it. So just by about 2.5 tenths as well. So he's going to have to really find some serious pace. Let's have a look coming into Sector 2 if he's going to improve on his time. We've got 8 seconds of quality to go. We will probably jump on board with Shifty Wizard, who is about to finish his lap. Let's have a look. Here we go, coming down the main straight. Shifty Wizard in P9. What's it going to be? 14%, 11%,
Come on,
8%.
Shifty.
Down the main straight. What's it going to be? Goes up into P8. Not good enough to
P8.
be in the top 5 at all there. Niall Jouer is giving the McLaren a time. Is he? Let's have a look. Oh, Morge could have gained a little bit of time there off Niall Jouer. And Morge goes. P6 doesn't move, unfortunately, at all. 109.14.
G-Force looks quick. G-Force looks very quick.
There's 2.5 temps up. What's it going to be? It looks like it could be P5 or P4. Coming across the line. P2!
T2!
108.950. A little bit off at the front.
Wow.
of
A
Niall.
thousandth off Piastri. A thousandth.
Chandler's coming down the main straight. What's he going to do? He goes P2, knocks off G-Force. Kalki goes into P2.
Kalki.
And there's a big toe here from the Aston. And
Piastri go!
Piastri go up into P2, and it looked like it's a double on
Oh my gosh.
P2 and P3, but no one could catch the man at the front, Niall Jouer, in the Red Bull. Some serious toes there down the main
Wow.
straight. And look at that. The Red Bull at the front are 108, 5.5 temps. Just literally under 2 temps behind with Oscar Piastri go. Kalki in P3 there with a 108.754. Then you had Chandler's G-Force Nick, JF7, Morge, Watanabe, Shifty Wizard, and Hado in P10. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have voted for Niall Jouer, you are going to win your points. Congratulations. And there we go. So, well done, whoever voted for Niall Jouer. Okay, we'll have to wait and see how it goes. But it looks like it's going to be very interesting, especially in these wet conditions. Pedal.
Yeah, as it's starting dry. So yeah, as Keithy said earlier, maybe it is going to start be wet at the end of the race. I want to question you something. I've just seen you've put out the overalls for after round 9. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it's getting very interesting. Obviously, some big points that were lost from some teams, and some big points gained from some teams. Even though the Mercedes didn't have the best of weeks in some divisions, they still obviously are in the front there, and obviously are a dominating force. McLaren unfortunately had too many DNFs, and I think that really did hurt them. We are starting to see a little bit of a charge though, with some of the other teams like. Williams back out front, Aston Martin actually overtaking Red Bull now, and it looks like a little bit of a 3-horse race between Williams, Aston Martin, and Red Bull. Ferrari dipped off a little bit there, 773 points, and they're having a nice little battle there with Sauber. And then you've got Haas, VCarb, and Alpine. But we will talk a little bit
Here we go.
later on. We've got 5 red lights. Vettel, over to you.
5 lights, away we go. Oscar Piastri gets a great start. Here we go, as it goes into turn 1. It seems like it's a bit of spray coming off him. Everyone's on the medium tyres. Getting cleanly through turn 1. How's it going through turn 2?
Mercedes!
Mercedes very close between Kalki and Chandler's. Chandler's goes around the outside of G-Force Nick. Gets the overtake done. That is a great move from that. As Kalki sits behind his teammate of Oscar Piastri go. It's very close between. Morge is the only one on the hard tyres, and Shifty Wizard gets past him. Here we go, as it's very close between P8 all the way to last. And there's very little contact so far. This has been a great start from the boys. Shifty Wizard trying to get around the inside, maybe outside of Watanabe. Everyone's getting very close to each other. They're all within 3 to 4 tenths of this. As we've seen Morge in last on the hards drop off a little bit, but I think that's just the tyres.
Yeah,
Possibly. It's going to be a
start.
very crazy few laps being so close.
Had a terrible start, absolute terrible start there. I was trying to battle Shifty Wizard there, went off track, tried not to, obviously crashed into anyone. You knocked a bit start there for the McLaren, but earlier on there, Oscar and Kalki nearly coming together as well. That was very interesting. Hard's terrible here, probably not the best strategies to go for, but we'll have to wait and see see what happens in this race. Niall out in front at the moment. Oscar going very wide there. Mercedes staying very close together. Then you got Chandler's, then G-Force Nick, then JF7 and Watanabe. Both Aston staying together again. Nice to see there. Shifty Wizard down there in P8. Behind him is Hado. Then it's Lamb. So he is in a Haas sandwich at the moment. Australia in P11. Keithy in P12, Aiden is Raiden in P13, Lexi in P14, and Morsh down there in P15. Still within a battle. Everyone is in the DRS. So after that incident earlier on, or him going off track, everyone is still in the DRS. And going to be interesting to follow here.
Yeah.
But he can make overtakes. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. But so far, so
You're
good.
seeing the
Red Bull
Mercedes
is in front.
boys getting very close to each other. The Mercedes boys, the Red Bull of Niall and Chandler's insanely close together during the chicane area. They were like bumper to bumper. I wouldn't be surprised if someone got damaged from that. As Piastri takes the lead of the Netherlands Grand Prix. Kalki also gets the move done. Going around the inside of the turn 1, gets the move done. Piastri leaves enough space for it. And the Mercedes 1-2 is now on. As they get the double overtake on Niall. Niall will be wanting revenge from that as he sits behind Kalki, looking for a move done somewhere around the track. I'm sure he would be looking for. I think it might rain very sooner than it race. As Kalki gets the move done on Piastri. They're going. Oh, that's very, very dangerous going there. But they do it well. Piastri sits behind as Niall gets really close. So does Chandler. They're really close. They're bumper to bumper. Niall again trying to go, goes a bit wide. They're backing everyone up, so a lot of people are now going, as G-Force Nick has now joined the party. Chandler's and Niall going side by side into the DRS chart. I think... Oh, God, they are wheel-to-wheel racing, boys.
Chandler's, he's going to go around the outside. Oh, Niall's got it all wrong, man.
Oh, Niall has a snap.
Chandler's up in a P3. Great move, though,
I don't know if
going
there was
into
enough
that
space,
corner.
but here we go.
Piastri goat, though, is really holding up Chandler's team. You can see definitely on everyone. No one will overtake.
Go, Kalki. Run away with it.
Going to be... under pressure now from Chandler's and Niall Jono. Niall Jono going on the left-hand side.
Oh, Chandler!
Blocking it.
Niall.
Oh, this could be trouble here.
Oh, he's on the grass.
Wide into turn 1. That's incredible. And then we've got Niall Jono trying to get the move done. And Chandler's going side by side with Oscar up into P2 now. Oscar going around the long way. Doesn't get the move done, and Niall out in front.
Chandler's, what a move.
Trying to get the move done on Oscar. Kalki 1 second out in front at the moment, but I reckon that will be lost because Chandler's will catch up to him, and it's very early, but he's burnt so much battery trying to hold on to that.
I don't know if it's just me, but I'm seeing rain.
Not seeing anything at the moment.
If you go into like the onboard of someone,
you
can see
little
raindrops.
spits. We're seeing a few spits, so we'll have to wait and see what we're going to see on strategy.
This could change very quickly.
Well, it has, because Chandler's has already pulled in on Kalki 9.5 tenths. Already in with the DRS, so we'll keep an eye out on that DRS to see if that's going to drop. But wow, what a start. Very aggressive start there from Chandler's, and he's in the sandwich of a Mercedes sandwich, but Niall getting it all wrong. Might have a little bit of damage. G-Force Nick up in a P5 as well. Great battle there. A little bit further down, we've got Shifty Wizard getting very close to Watanabe. Moving over to the right-hand side, looking to make the move. Burning a little bit of ERS. Does he get the move going into turn 1? Nope, stays in behind at the moment. But JF7 looking ready to attack G-Force Nick as well. Very difficult to make the overtakes at the later sectors in Sector 2 and Sector 1 areas. Definitely down the main Sector 3, right at the end, is probably where you are going to see most overtakes. But we'll have to wait and see, as Chandler's is now 4.5 tenths right behind Kalki with 35% to Kalki's 41. So Chandler's has pulled that back in. And we've got a race on our hands between the Merc and the Alpine. And we've seen these two go at it before. Can Chandler's take it from Kalki tonight? We'll have to wait and see. There's still 30 laps to go, or 31 laps to go. So still a long way to go in this race.
Yeah, long way to go. We're seeing rain. It could be straight chaos. Who knows? As everyone is now. There's slowly gaps starting to form, but everyone except for last place is in a DRS, except for Morge, which is really unlucky. But he is on the hards, which I question, knowing that there's rain. It's raining right now, as it's now getting a little bit heavier. I'm seeing on people's screens.
Chandler's trying to get the move, doesn't get the move. Kalki shuts the door there. Oscar still in that P3, Niall in P4. Everyone still very, very close. Everyone in the DRS apart from Morge there. 4 seconds behind on those hard compound tyres. It's going to be a bit of a difficult battle for him. Chandler's really keeping to the back of Kelky now, saving all of that ERS up to 67%. Kelky on 33, and he's driving on none. So he's really putting himself under a little bit of pressure here. And Chandler's cannot make the overtake, but we'll have to wait and see here because I'm watching on board and Kelky. He has really gone for a different strategy here. Driving on none, saving all that ERS back up. And Chandler's is on 87% now. So let's have a look, see what Kelky can do. He's also bringing everyone else back into this race. So we'll have to wait and see. But at the moment...
Yeah, I think they're just waiting for DRS to disable.
Yeah, well, we'll have to wait and see because it's not raining enough. Chandler's looking to get the move done. Doesn't get the move done. And still waiting. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. As he does, go for the move now.
Chandler's goes to the right side of the track.
Kelky's going to go for the move as well. It's going to be a double Mercedes.
Will get the go as well.
Ooh, who's going to get the move done?
Ooh.
No, Limitless Draco, 10 seconds
Draco
in the pit lane. Not the best of starts there. Chandler's up in a P1 now. Oscar in
he goes
P2.
on the inters.
Kelky in P3. Niall right behind. Braking zone's going to be really careful there. Niall looking ready to go for the move. He's going side by side with the Merc. Doesn't go for anything silly there. Stays in behind. Chandler's at the moment in great position for the championship as well to pull on some points on Jono and Alpha Gully tonight as they're both not racing, which is unfortunate. But at the moment, he is leading. We have no DRS disabled, and at the moment, this is a great race from Chandler's, and Oscar now down into P2, Kelky in P3. Merck's still in a very good position here, though, Vettel, in P2 and P3.
Yeah, Mercedes is doing really well as it's consistent for these boys. I know Piastri and Kelky, they're really good mates. They have great team chemistry, so I'm sure they deliver well tonight as Chandler gets a snap coming at the last turn. Piastri will advantage of this and try to get the overtake. Goes left, goes right, now starts to go left again. Will get the move done, burning all the battery down. They're going to go side by side into the first turn. All three wide. Mercedes goes 1-2. Kelky shuts the door on Chandler's and they sit behind. Kelky gets through. They wouldn't want to go side by side into turn 3. So Oscar Piastri let Kelky through rather than letting Chandler's through. That was a great move from Mercedes boys.
Niall Jono on the side. He's on the side of Chandler's. This is very dangerous. Oh, he's going to have to give us some room. Give us some room here. Did one very well. Good driving. Great driving there from Niall Jono and Chandler's. Great driving. Niall Jono around the outside. The Mercedes shut the door.
Oh no!
Oscar lost it. Oscar has lost it. I don't know if he's been touched there from Niall.
He saves it.
That will be a one to look at there for the onboard. Niall up into P2, Chandler's in P3, Oscar now dropping down into P5. Does he have damage? It was looking very interesting there. Swift has narrowed that down. Kelky still in 9.5 attempts, still within the DRS. DRS is enabled. Great driving though from the Red Bull and the Alpine driver there, and great driving there from the Mercs as well. Shut the door. One on the left, one on the right. Made it very difficult for Chandler's to try and make an overtake there, and good driving there from Chandler's. Just stepping back, not doing anything silly, and just letting the Mercedes overtake, and then Oscar making a mistake, or has he been touched? That's the question. We'll have to wait and see. But tyres probably starting to get a little bit slippery. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen because we can see some mistakes happening here. But no, Niall, 4.5 tenths back up to Kelky. Kelky on 71%, Niall on 95, Chalmers on 73, and JF7 now up at a P4. And let's look at some position changes. Vettel, who has moved and who has not?
I will check now for you as Kelky up 2. Most people up 1. Oscar Piastri go down 2 after that mistake. Luckily, he saved it really well. The rain is falling heavier and heavier each lap. I am noticing G4 Snick down 1, JDI Mr. Thunder down up 2, Chandler's up 1, Niall down 1, Watanabe up 1, FNG Hato up 2, Shifty Wizard stays the same. He's the only one that has stayed the same. Aiden's Raiden, XD Lamb, Keith and Lexi have all gone up 2. Morge is down 7 and Draco is down 4. So overall, most people are going up 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people have gone up 2 positions. So that's half the grid almost.
Yeah. And we're just seeing here there's a bit of a change.
And they all benefited.
Kelky down into P2, Chandler's in the P3, Niall into P1. So a little bit of a difference there. Oscar now stuck behind JF7, and he's got a battle with G-Force Nick, so we'll have to wait and see. We've got 40 people tuning in tonight. Thank you very much. Remember, use those channel points. The question is when will
I'm saving
the...
it.
I'm going to ask, actually. Let's put a prediction out. Let's put a different prediction out. When will the DRS be disabled?
I'm saving last channel points. I'm going to get track selection season 9.
All right. When will DRS be disabled? What lap? Let's have a look. We'll go lap
Actually,
12.
another question. What is this track
Lap-
selection season 9? What does that mean?
Choose the tracks for next season.
Okay, so like if I say Melbourne, so it'll be Vettel's Melbourne race, whatever.
Yep.
Like I choose a track that will be in the calendar next season.
Yep.
Alright.
There we go. There's the options at the moment. So we'll just we'll run that for 2
There's
minutes.
Kalki and Niall go side by side into turn 1. Kalki will get the move done going on the right side of the track. Shifty Wizard gets a 10-second speeding in pit lane. Piastri Goat's also pitted. So there's a few pits going out, but luckily Piastri Goat did not get a speeding pit lane penalty. So that might be something different. Maybe the drivers aren't used to the pit lane. When DRS be disabled, I'm gonna guess. Oh god, what if I wanted to guess lap 13?
Yeah.
Well, I'll go 14.
Shifty, stay within the
I'm gonna
lines,
put-
my friend. Good man. Well done. That's what I like to say. People stay in the lines. It's a very easy pit lane to cut, so we'll have to wait and see there. But at the moment, at the front, Kelky is leading this race. Niall is in P2, Chandler's in
I've
P3.
put 1,000 on lap 14.
Okay, cool. Well, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a prediction out. When will DRS be disabled? Lap 12, lap 14, lap 16, lap 18, lap 20, lap 22, or lap 24. So put your predictions in. And we now have an on board coming in. So thank you very much, Ricardo. Who are you jumping on board with? We'll jump on board with Oscar. He's 4 seconds behind those. So, yeah, are you sure you want to jump on board? But that's fine. I will jump on board for a flying lap when we start. But Kalki down into P2. Chandler's going around the outside. This battle between the Alpine and the Merc is still going on. And the Alpine drops down into P3. Kalki into P2 and Niall into P1. I would want to jump on board with Oscar. Oscar crossed the pit lane. Ha ha ha. That will be noted by Mr. Whiff Matif. There is a situation already. There we go from Swift. So crossing the pit lane already. We'll have to wait and see there, which is going to be interesting. Nigel out in front at the moment. So this is going to be one to watch out for, especially the pit lane here, Vettel.
Yeah, the pit lane's clearly struggling for a lot of people. We've got 2 people with speeding penalties, and if that's true of Piastri crossing the pit line, we know, as I'm sure everyone knows, that is not allowed. So that will definitely be noted. Yeah, so maybe, I don't know, there's a change or something in the recent update, but it's a bit interesting, as we've seen Niall 5 tenths in front of Kalki in P2. I wonder where these boys will pit, as Niall is pitting. And Kalki's pitting, so it'll be Chandler's staying out.
Chandler's stays out. So we'll have to wait and see what is.
Most people are pitting.
Right,
Putting on the Inters.
Yeah, the Inters are on. So there we go. Nigel coming out in P6. Let's have a look. Keep in the track limits. Let's have a look. This is going to be very interesting. I'm on board. I'm watching on, guys. I am watching on. Nigel coming around the corner. Keep within the pit lanes as Morge comes around the corner. Yeah, right, there we go. Very nicely done, guys. No one crossed the pit lane. Good to see. JF7. Ooh, G-Force Nick might have just crossed over there a little bit. We'll have to wait and see there. This has also been noted. It's all right. Niall caused Piastri to spin, so that's a ha. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. But Chandler's is leading this race on 12-lap mediums. 4.4 seconds out in front. Montalebbi in P2. Hado in P3. We've still got 6 guys on the medium compound tyres that still have not pit. The question is, are the Inters quick enough? 2.5, 2.4, 2.3, 2.1. It looks like the Inters are quick enough. Morge is in P9 battling Kelky on those hard compound tyres at the moment. Does get in front of him, but I reckon Morge will probably come into the pits. We are now starting to see that rain really drop.
DRS disabled, please.
Nope, not yet.
I'll put my
Chandler's is in.
channel points on it for this lap.
Chandler's. No, he's not.
No, Chandler's stays
is
out.
not in. He stays out again.
Watanabe, Hato, Aiden, and Lamb.
Wow.
That might have sold him. Oh, AQT, very quick into the pit lane.
Wow.
Oh, I want to just double check he didn't cross any lines.
15.7. I'm just trying to keep looking on here. We're on board with Watanabe coming out the pits. I will jump on board with Oscar in a second for an onboard. Just want to get a little bit more. No, he didn't. That's good to see. Who else is coming out the pits there? Good to see there. Ooh. Aiden's Raiden might have moved over. We'll have to have a look as well. But Chandler's only car out. 14 seconds out in front on those medium compound tyres. We are still seeing no DRS disabled, but the rain is coming down. Is it coming down quick enough? Is it coming down heavy enough? Does he have a lot more grip in those tyres? But he is losing time. He's gone from 15 to 13 seconds. Kelky is 4 seconds behind Niall Jouret, so there's a bit of a gap there between Kelky and Niall Jouret, and Oscar is behind as well. So Oscar's back out front of JF7, but JF7 is literally, you can see him in his sights, so we'll have to wait and see.
He's pitting now.
But yeah, definitely. Got to pit, got to get in. How much time is he going to lose? Because Niall is going to take the lead of this race. Still a long way to go though. 15 laps out of 36. Still a long way to go in this race.
Yeah. Again, as we've just seen, things can change very quickly. That if Chandler's pitted with them, he'd be staying with them right now, but now he's a few seconds behind. So actually, no, I think a lot of people are taking maybe like P6 or P7.
Is he going to stay?
Just
there we go. He goes in the P3, gets out in front of J7, and Piastri is might have made a mistake.
Timing was well.
Piastri might have made a mistake. He's dropped down into P6, and G4 Snickers out in front, and so is JF7. So is there a little bit of a mistake there that's happened with Oscar? Because Chandler's is now in the P3. He's 1.1 behind Kelky, and we've got a race on our hands now. The question is, can Niall be caught? He's 4.3 seconds out in front. A lot of people crossing the pit lane.
Yeah, of course.
That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing from the onboard steward. So let's jump a bit further back down. We've got 8.5 temps here. Must be actually down there in P6. Watanabe in P7, 2.1 seconds behind. Limitless with that pen. Shifty with that pen as well. Not the pen that you want to have. We're still seeing no DRS enabled. And Morge getting a 3 second for multiple warnings there.
He hit that curb.
Still
one that sends your car flying.
He's still going to get points, and he's still in P15 at the moment, 3.5 seconds. Niall Jouret is still 4.5 seconds out in front. We are still seeing no DRS disabled. And interesting. Interesting times here at Zandvoort, Vettel.
Yeah, of course. As we started everyone started on mediums except for Morge, and now everyone's on inters in 15, 16 laps. So times change pretty quickly. Very interesting. I'm sure whoever has fastest lap right now will keep it for the rest of the race. There won't be. I don't believe it will dry up. Looking at the clouds, obviously, I think Kelky is slowly starting to push and try and swap the gap with Anio as Chandler's sitting behind on the fresher tyres. Of course, with JDI, G-Force, and Oscar Piastri still a bit far behind, but still there as yellow flags of. Who is that?
That's Hato. Hato's lost it.
Shifty Wizard.
No, it's Hato.
One of those two. I think it was Hato.
Yep, Hato's lost it there.
That is not good for him.
Oscar.
So yeah, it's that turn, and it's the pit lane that seems to be driver's enemy. We've seen many drivers have moments on that. I don't know what turn it is, but I'll probably Google it if we need. And pit lane that people have been trouble on, as Hato's had a moment coming into the second last turn. But DRS is still enabled, but they're on inters. So, Hato's spinning a lot. Oh, you got a box, mate. You're not. I don't think he's comfortable on those tyres.
Yeah, might have a bit of an issue. We'll have to wait and see there. But looking at the front here, Charles has pulled it back in, 6.5 tenths on Kelky. And JF7 has pulled that in as well, because he is 7.5 tenths behind. So this is a great drive from the Aston Martin driver and the Alpine driver. Kelky still 4.8 seconds behind Niall Jouret. Looks like Niall Jouret may have checked out in this race. Still early to say at the moment, 57% on those intermediates and 65% 2.5 on Chandler's. Chandler's looking very comfortable out here on those intermediates at the moment. And Merck losing time. And now he's going to even lose more precious time because if Chandler's does start to battle, he's going to lose time out in front there, Vettel. Which we are seeing
Yeah,
yellows.
as we've seen more yellows coming to the turn. And that will be Morge. He's had another spin going into that same turn.
I know.
So
Was
yeah,
it-
maybe
Was it
it's a
Morge
lot
or
more
Haydo?
wet on that turn than there is on the rest part of the track.
Chandler's going for the move into P2 on Kalki. Got the job done, and he's out in front into P2. Now 4.7 seconds between Chandler's and Niall Jour. And Kalki will probably just stay in behind. But he's going to be careful because JF7 is just around the corner. 1.4, he was a little bit closer to Chandler's then. But we'll have to wait and see here. And will Kalki just stay behind Chandler's? He's on 81%
Draco
on
is serving his
battery.
penalty.
Yep, good time to do it. We're still not
Draco is
seeing
serving his penalty, yeah.
DRS. Oh,
Oh,
Morge
yellow.
is in the wall!
Oh, Morge!
Oh, Morge has gone round. He's lost
Oh,
it.
no.
And he's lost the front plate, so that's going to be a bit of
This is
damage.
wing.
He's going to have to pit. He will obviously still get points, but yeah, he's 9.6 seconds behind. Niall Jour does not want a safety car right now. He does not want a safety car. We are going to jump on board with Oscar for flying lap, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go. We'll have to wait and see there. Yeah, we don't need to keep hearing people are in the mud. Guys, we know that these guys are struggling in some wet conditions. Niall Jour out in front. Chandler's down there in P2. Kalki down there in P3. Oscar down there in P7. Just been overtaken by Watanabe, so maybe have a bit of damage on that car. Or he is struggling. We'll have to wait and see. It is tough conditions, guys. It's tough conditions, 100%. But we'll have to wait and see at the moment because Oscar is trying to get the move back out in front on Watanabe. Chandler's making time up on Niall Jour there. 2 laps fresher tyres than Niall Jour. So we can have a bit of a battle. And he's nearly pulled a second out on. And there you go! Disabled. Lap 19.
Disabled.
It's not there, so we'll count lap 20.
Finally.
We'll give it to lap 20 because it's up there at 19. So I'll give it to lap 20 there. So people will get 1,000 points for lap 20. So we'll have to wait and see as it's just about to be disabled there. Equivalent of it, but scratch. We'll have to wait and see what happens here now because the track could get very, very wet. But Chandler's is making time on Niall Jour here, which is very interesting to see.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, Chandler's might be quicker in the wet, as Keith said earlier in his interview. He's very quick in the wet. He's up 6 positions, so he's not doing bad at all. And the other kickstart on the other end of Lexi's up 3 positions, so I'm sure Whiff is doing some great engineering there. As Kalki is still within DRS of Chandler's, but only just. I got a feeling he'll get dropped in maybe a sector or two. But that's up to them, as Raiden has just got Shifty Wizard, because he went Shifty Wizard and Haydo have gone to pit. Shifty Wizard is serving his penalty.
Yeah, clever.
Not
much ERS.
Yeah, this
though.
is
14% in the pits with
not too bad of a race so far. You got no safety cars so far, which at the end of the day is actually better, less crashes. But yeah, in the wet, I'd expect 3 people on the wall right now. But so far we've only seen 1, Morge. But he's recovered really well. He's got Haydo behind him now.
P12 doing a really good job, and they've got no front left plate. So yeah, good, still good points for McLaren at the moment. In P12, got 16 laps to go. Anything can happen. But Chandler's is gaining on Niall Jour. It's 3.5, so we'll keep an eye on that at the moment. Remember, he's got 2 lap fresher tyres.
Watch G-Force. You might get it. KBI.
Yeah, and the question the question at the moment.
Very close.
He's not catching Kalki. Kalki is out by 1.1. So yeah, Chandler's is gone. He's Kalki struggling in the wet at the moment, and does have a lot of ERS. Well, 50% trying to gain some momentum there. JF7 though losing out there is G-Force Nick round the outside. Lovely move there. Up in a P4. Now can G-Force Nick try and push on and put pressure under the Mercedes on Kalki? Oscar Piastri not unfortunately getting any closer to Watanabe. Keefe has a massive opportunity to try and even cause a bigger storm here and take it away from the Mercedes at the moment. But Mercedes, obviously advantage Mercedes on for Division 1 currently. We've got one in P3 and one in P7. And McLaren down in there in P12. Yeah, not the best of night so far for McLaren. Or for Oscar Piastri. He's never been able to maintain positions after that. He's now 3.1 seconds behind Watanabe. And Keithy is catching him. He's actually pulling in that gap. 1.7 now. Dropping further up. Chandler's making moves and making time on Nail Jour. This is going to be a very interesting race. Basically to the end.
Yeah. Yeah, as you said, it's going to the end. It's going to be, I'm sure the last 5 laps are going to be, they're all side by side, depending on the safety, if there's a late safety car. Even if there's not a late safety car, it'll all be pretty grouped up. As we are now seeing Aiden as Raiden going into the pits.
Interesting. 7 laps.
I think
I'm hearing problems with tyres.
That could be an issue. I am seeing a few snaps here and there.
Yep, I'm hearing tyres overheating. I'm hearing that the track is not that wet that you think it is. So as we see, a little bit of spray coming out there in the pit lane for Aiden as Raiden. But this will be interesting to see because Aiden as Raiden has come into the pits, right? He is now on fresh inters. And he'll definitely go to the end there. Keep within the lines. Good man. Let's have a look how far away he is. He's 53 seconds behind Niall Jura. Right. How many positions can he gain and how quick can he be? Remember 3.6 behind Shifty. Right. Just remember that time. Because we'll be checking him out in the next 5 laps to see how far if he's made any time. Because these tyres, they're really starting to feel it. Because Niall Jura now is 2.7 seconds behind Chandler's. Chandler's is now 1.4 in front of Kalki. JF7 has got past G-Force Nick because G-Force Nick's coming to the pits.
People pitting.
So people not happy with the intermediates. And Oscar Piastri, things go from bad to worse from the Mercedes into the pits.
He hit the pit exit.
3-second pin going into the pits. Interesting. G-Force Nick coming out. That stays within the lines. Good to see.
Alexi was insanely close to speeding. Millimeters away. Wow, that great recovery by him. That's the best I've seen in a while. I'm just watching.
Oscar goes way over the line there, so that's going to be noted as well. Yeah, lap 10. Noted. Oh, 2 doors onto it. Good man. Well done. I don't have to do anything. Yeah, so bit of drama here. Oscar going around the outside of Hado. Going around the outside. Does he get the move done? Hado gives him space. They're both giving each other space. Nice bit of driving there. Hado around the outside. Oh, and does he spin? Makes contact with Hado there. More drama for the Mercedes of Oscar Piastri tonight. It's not going to plan.
People are pitting.
We'll have to wait and see as we're seeing some pit stops. We're seeing Chandler's in the pits, Niall in the pits, Kalki, JF7. Drama happening here tonight in Zandvoort. They are definitely not happy with those tyres. Keefe getting a 3-second time penalty. Massive news.
That's the same thing that Piastri did.
Does he cross the line? No, he doesn't. No. Does Chandler's? Does Kalki? No. Good to see. JF7, does he cross the line? We're on board, you guys. Nice to see there. Let's have a look at Keithy. He's just served that pen. Drama is happening in Zandvoort. These conditions are very weird, aren't they? They're just, it's not wet enough. It's not dry enough. Yeah. But what's the go? And we've got Lamb coming into bits as well. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. It's going to be very interesting as it is coming to the closing stages of this race. We're going to have to come up with another prediction, Vettel. What's your thoughts on that one?
I don't know. It's pretty... will there be a safety car? I don't know, being the wet.
Yeah, okay, we'll put that out next. We'll put that out. Morge stays. Oh, Morge has gone off as well. Oh, there we go. There's another one. 2-door, please note that. Morge as well, my friend. So we're going to put a prediction in, ladies and gentlemen. So congratulations to the winners there. Will we see a safety car? yes or no, and we'll give it 2 minutes, guys. Get your predictions in, and we're going to start doing drive of the day very soon as well, Vettel. Definitely do the guys that probably at the front, or I don't know, do they want a safety car? Because Niall 1.6 out in front, Charlie's got massive opportunity and putting a gap here. G-Force Nick out in front. Aston's in P5 and P6. Great job by them so far, but not making any ground on P3. Kalki just seems to be cemented in that P3 at the moment. Can't make any ground on P2 and can't make any ground on P4, can't make any ground up on P3. So it looks like he could be cemented in that P3 position. Better.
Yeah, as I'm just putting 700 channel points on no, there will not be a safety car.
Oh, there we go. We've got 1 minute to go, ladies and gentlemen. 34% of you are saying yes, and 3,000 or 66% of you are saying no. So interesting to see. We'll have to wait and see what the verdict is. Yeah, let's have a look. Right, Wanton Navy 1.6, 1.7. China's losing a little bit of time to Niall Joa there. Everyone on brand fresh, new intermediates. Too few penalties there though. Oscar Piastri down there in 3. Keefe with 3 as well. 4.3 seconds from Oscar to Wanton Navy, so he's definitely lost a fair bit of time there. And we've also got Keefe as well, 3 seconds, and Morge with 3 seconds. Morge still in this race after the incident earlier on that he did have on lap 1 on the hards, and going into the wall later on, losing that front left plate. But we've got 10 laps of racing remaining. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen here. Kelky losing time on Chandler's. Chandler's losing time on Niall. Haydo making the move on Keefe. Has he got some more life in those tyres? Is that still going to go at it? Keefe really trying to make the move. Just score points. Everyone's going to score points. Haydo up in a P8. Really good job tonight for Haas. P8 and P4 battle. But Keefe is trying to come back at him. Which way is he going to go? Left, right. Burning on the ERS there as well. And still chugging down with rain. Not too much. But track's definitely going to get wetter in the closing stages of this race. Or are they going to have the same situation again where these tyres are going to burn again? Oh, a little bit of a connection.
It's not. Who are we on board with? We're on board with
Haydo and Keith.
Haydo will get very close. Haydo and Keith are very close together. As Haydo gets a little bit wide, he goes into the key litter of that chicane area. So he got a bad exit out of that, which will cause Keith to get a few tenths out of that and close and make the gap wide going into the main straight. Being that there's no DRS, you burning is your only way to keep yourself close to the car ahead of you. There is no free gaps out now. You gotta burn it all.
Yeah, it looks like Nigel is
as we now Limitless Draco is also behind.
Yeah, Nigel is pulling a lead. Oh, Aiden's Raiden gets on that curve. You do not want to get on that curve. 5.5 tenths point. Lexi at the moment. Good drive from Lexi today as well. 2.5 seconds behind Shifty Wizard. We'll see if he can pull in that gap. Shifty Wizard 2.4 as well. Lamb and Shifty haven't really been in this race. They've been down the bottom most of it. It's been a very interesting race for some of these guys. Obviously, G-Force Nick and the two Astons having a great job out there. Oscar Piastri's down there in P7 as well. Keefe up into P8, 1.8 point in front of Haydo. They have damage. Morge 8.3 with that pin, trying to push onto the Lamb. Niall Joa pulling away now, 1.9. Kalki is starting to pull back in Chandler's there. 1 second, it was 1.5 earlier, now it's 1. So, yeah, maybe a mistake there from Chandler's, and Chandler's is now at 2 seconds on Niall Joa.
Yeah, it's going to get down to the wire, especially for Kalki and Chandler's. Kalki has gained a lot of time in the last few laps. So the battle for a podium is going to be really good. Well, obviously they're not guaranteed the podium, but it's going to be the podium places.
Haydo in the pits.
Haydo's gone in the pits. I know someone, I think it was Dynasty, said in chat that he's lost an end plate.
Yeah, he does. His last front wind's been changed. That's so unfortunate after such a good race. He's going to drop all the way down to P15. Yeah. That pushes Morge into P14 there. Haydo into P15 in the pitch on brand fresh. Inters will definitely be able to go to the end there. But yeah, it's unfortunate there. Stay in the lines. Nicely done. Good man. And Nigel still 2 seconds out in front. Chandler's pulled a little bit of a gap on Kalki. 2 temps on him now. So it's 1.2. GeForce Nick cannot catch that Mercedes. 7 seconds behind there. JF7 1.8 behind GeForce Nick. Maybe 8 seconds behind JF7. Oscar Piastri got 3.9 behind Watanabe. Keithy 5.7 behind him. Limitless 5 seconds behind him. These guys do have pins. So if Limitless can cause a bit of a problem, we might see a nice little battle there and maybe Limitless drop them. We'll have to wait and see. If safety car comes out in the next couple of laps, it's not going to be a good night for Oscar and Keithy because with that penalty at the moment. But so far, race has been interesting, hasn't it? The weather-wise for the track has definitely made things interesting.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of drivers. I think it's like late sector 2 is really a panic for most of the drivers. A lot of them are having spins and moments. I've seen a driver go into a wall of Piastri go earlier this race. So yeah, it's mid to late sector 2 where I think it's maybe more wet than other parts of the track. I don't know, but the podiums of all the Kalki and Chandler's, I think Chandler's just gained a few tenths on Niall and loses the gap a little bit more between Kalki and Chandler's, but it's still within a reasonable range of a 1.2 seconds. So I'm sure in the last 6 laps it'll be pretty close. I'm sure Kalki will be wanting that P2, even if a P1 gets to hand, he'll be wanting that. There's no drivers who are in DRS range of each other right now.
No.
So there's not much on.
No, it's not. It's pretty evenly out there, which is unfortunate, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Yeah, it's making it quite an interesting night ahead. 6 laps to go. Safety car still around there, that option. Will we see a safety car? So we'll have to wait and see there, as we are going to have to start bringing in to driver of the day. So we've got 6 laps to go, so we'll wait until lap 31 and we'll start making decisions on driver of the day. 42 people tuning in tonight, really appreciate it. Will we see a punch-up? Yeah, well, that's another thing. I don't know if we will. Limitless is going to be interesting to see. The track has been really interesting tonight, Tudor. They've stopped twice. They're not happy with the intermediate tyres. And as you can see, it's just spitting. It's not really coming down the track. You can see in some areas, there's not really a dry line or anything. It's a bit slippery, especially down in the sector 3 gears. You can see the car sliding. Really interesting conditions. Kalki pushing in now, and on the final stretch, 1 second
closer
behind Chandler's. If Chandler's makes one mistake, Kalki's got him. So who's going to make the mistakes first? That's the question. Niall Jouer,
but look at the battery distance.
Yeah, 2.6. Yeah, Kalki's definitely burning. You can see here. 2.6 though, Niall Jouer out front.
Yeah.
Going over to driver of the day. Who's your money on? Who do you think has been an interesting watch tonight?
Honestly, I think Keithy. He had I'll be honest, he had a bad qualifying. He knew he made a mistake. He had the pressure on him at the start, and he made a lot of positions. He's made 6 positions. That's pretty good. Him saying himself that he's good in the wet, he was not lying. He's done amazing. So that's my vote for driver of the day.
Okay, I'll put that in, and we will. So you're gonna go right. So comms DOTD, ladies and gentlemen, which is Vedel. He's going for Keithy. Comms for me, I'm going to go for GeForce. I think he's been really good. It's amazing great overtake. Pretty clean. P4, great position. And that's his best position this season as well. So I'm going to give it to GeForce, and we'll put a vote out at the end. And there we go. Just pin that, ladies and gentlemen. So there we go. We'll be putting that in very, very shortly in the poll. And that's our comms driver of the day. We'll give you an opportunity as well, guys, if you want to put a third name in there, if it's difficult. So feel free to put some names in. You've got 4 laps to do it. So, yeah, put your names in and see who you think. But Chandler's 3.1 behind Niall Jouer. Kalki 1.2. He has gained 2 temps on Kalki at the moment. G4 Snick cannot put the pressure on it. JF7 though has put the pressure on G4 Snick, and well, he could be in front in the P4 here. Watanabe is just too far behind to get the move done. But what a job the Astons have done tonight as a team. In tonight's race.
They're working together amazingly. I've known them two. They have good team chemistry. I've seen it before. They're great teammates. Earlier in this race, there was Kalki and Piastri who are great teammates. They worked off Chandler's and Niall, but at the end of the day, with Piastri's moment, early in the race, it's costed them. But at the end of the day, they're doing really well. P7 right now with the penalty, but the penalty shouldn't matter that much. No, it won't, because Keith also has a 3-second. So it's not too bad for them. Kalki is still in P3, trying really hard to get to Chandler's. I don't know if he'll get him, being 3 laps, because let alone does he have to catch him, he also has to overtake him.
Yeah.
But either way, it's still been a great race from them.
Yeah, and Kelky's actually lost another 2 tenths, so it's now all 3 tenths. So he's now 1.5 behind. He was 1.3. It's dropping down slowly. It's 1.2, then 1.5. So Chalmers is bringing that gap up a little bit as much as he can, but he's also losing a little bit of time. Niall Joe is now 3 seconds out in front. We've got 3 laps remaining. Oscar Piastri trying to put the pressure on Montanelli there. Does have that pen. We have yellows! We have yellows on lap 33. And that is Keithy has lost it.
Keithy
Down there in P8.
Oh no.
Definitely there no safety car. That's unfortunate. A bit of a spin. We're going to go back on to Oscar. And 2.6, 10 out of 10 would recommend having drink testing near Balachi tonight. Love it to see Thunderbolts. 34 laps out of 36.
Look at this. Battle from 9th to 13th. They're all in the train.
Yeah. We will
that's really close.
jump on board with that in a sec. I'm just going to finish off with Oscar for an on-board because I know, there we go. But yeah, now we've got some battles going on here. Look at this. Limitless, Lexi, Shifty, Lamb, Aiden is Raiden, and Morge 7.2 seconds down the road, unfortunately, miles away in Hado with that damage earlier on. That is very unfortunate, but there is a battle going on here. Who's going to go for the move? Lexi goes for the move on Limitless. Round the outside. Does he get the move done? Yes, he does. Up in the P9. Great drive from Lexi. He's another driver that we probably could recommend for driver of the day. Great job from him. Best drive this season for him.
Yeah, the kicksabbers have done great.
6 positions. And that is a great drive from Lexi tonight. So, yeah, if I was to change my vote, I would put it to him as well. Guys, remember, you've got 2 laps to go. If you want to put another person in for driver of the day, then feel free to put your names in and we'll pick one of those names. Closing stages of this race, 35 laps out of 36. Little bit of a slide there for Lexi, which is going to bring Shifty into it. And Shifty and Lamb have made the overtake.
Aiden's going to get Aiden got Limitless.
Ooh, Limitless. What's happened there? He's lost all grip on these closing stages.
He went wide.
16 laps on the Inters. Could we have a puncher? Could we see those tyres really starting to hurt? 92% ERS. We are coming off on the final lap of Niall Joyce. 3.3 out in front. Chalmers is 1.3 out in front as well. G4 Nick is miles behind. It's 12 seconds. But can he keep that lead with JF7 right behind? We've also got the battle here between Shifty, Lamb, Aiden, Raiden, Limitless, all together on the back of Lexi, which is a great positioning for the kicks, as we've got the kicks in P8 and P9 and the Williams in P10 and 11, and also the Astons in P5 and P6. Great night of racing it's been. Right, but this is the battle probably we're going to tune on to. 9.5 tenths. This is the final lap coming up now. Niall Giroux coming across the line for one more lap. Kalki has pulled it in to 50% battery. Chalmers has got 24. He needs to manage that battery. Kalki is now 8 tenths behind Chandler's going into the final lap. Can he do it, Vettel? Can he make the job done and get on that podium again, even higher?
Come on, Kalki.
No safety car.
Come on, Kalki. We'll take the P3, but if we can get the P2, that would be amazing. Come on, Kalki.
Congratulations on...
They are very close. Kalki would be burning some.
The votes...
Going 20% battery, as I've won.
Yep.
Oh, let's go. I got 1,000 coins. 1,000 points.
Well done.
That's what I spent on the DRS disabled lap. So I got that back,
Here we
which is
go.
pretty good. As they're now Kalki and Chandler's are now 5 tenths between each other.
Getting close, but also JF7 is very close to G-Force Nick for that P4 spot as well. Going around the
Oh.
outside. Does he go for the move? No, he gets it all wrong. We're going to go back up between Chandler's and Kalki. Chandler's has got one more corner and a final straight. Kalki, 25%. Chandler's, 64. He's saved enough battery. He's on medium. Now he's going to burn it. And looks like Niall Jouer is going to win this race. Here we go. Crossing the line. Takes P1. Niall Jouer in the Red Bull. Chandler's crosses the line, holds on to P2, Kelky in a P3, G4 Nick though, and JS7 are going in it. JS7's got one more opportunity, and this is where he can get it. Can he get the job done? He's got a great slipstream for P4. Here comes JF7 across the line. It's going to be close. It's going to be so close. 0.59. Just misses out.
Wow.
Maybe is just about to cross the line as well into P6. I can't vote probably because I'm half cut and can't see the option. Lovely to see that from Nicholas. Goska Piastri go, Finn crosses the line. Keithy stays P8. What's the question here? Because Lexi has got Lamb right behind him, and Shifty has got Aiden Rain, and we're going to have a photo finish here, ladies and gentlemen, for lower positions. But Lexi, can he hold on? He's had a great race tonight. Can he hold on? It looks like he can. Lamb hasn't got enough in the tank. Burnt all in his EOS. Shifty does get the move done. Or he does.
Aiden?
Lamb's going very slow. Ooh, yes, Shifty does get the move.
Lamb gave Shifty position.
Good teamwork there. Ah, what a race. What a race.
That's very good.
No safety cars in the wet. Right.
That was a very good race.
Join the comms box. And we will have, so we're going to have Niall to join the comms box. Chandler's join, actually, it's Jake Attack, Kalki, and DOTD. Oh, hang on, and DOTD. Fools. Right. Well, we'll see if he gets Chief Range Pole. So see. Oh, that's an old one. Sorry, do apologise. We will just put the poll in for driver of the day. DOTD, TD, Keithy, and G-Force. Nick. Right. I'm just going to give that 5 minutes. There we go. Right, well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. P1 is Niall Jouer. Chandler's takes P2. Kelky takes P3 and the fastest lap. So a little bit of extra points there. And we'll have to wait and see what happens. And it's also between G-Force Nick and Keithy if they're going to get driver of the day. No retirements in this race. Really good to see. No safety cars as well. Morge does finish in P15. Ado gets him at the end there. So, yeah, really, really interesting to see. A few penalties as well, but all in all, Vettel, pretty clean race tonight.
Yeah, it was really good. We saw, as you said, no safety cars, no retires, so it was really good. We did see a lot of pit lane infringements and speeding, as well as that turn with the deadly curb. There was a lot of spins there, but overall, it was a pretty clean, pretty consistent race. There was no driver that stood out massively except for Niall. He got pole and won it. Very proud. That was very good from him. He did amazing.
Yes, very, very well.
Have you tagged people to join?
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see who's going to jump in. So I'm going to tag both of these guys because we will be talking to them in a sec. But I'm just waiting for the votes to finish. But there we go. Get these guys into the comms box. No, but we're very, very good race, and yeah, interesting to see there. We're going to wait for these guys to jump in, have a quick chat with us. We're still waiting on the votes. So, guys, the votes are out at the moment. It's just around about a couple of minutes left. It's tied at the moment between Keithy and G-Force. So, if one of them doesn't get it, we will boot the other one out. So, hopefully they jump in. Yeah, very interesting race. What the question before we do start some of the interviews? What was your thoughts to the weather? Because the weather really did caused a bit of a storm tonight, didn't it? Because it didn't come out till late for the DRS to be disabled, and then obviously later on, a couple of stops on the inters, but obviously people not happy with the tyres.
Yeah, everyone started on the mediums except for one. So they knew that the weather was going to change very quickly. And then what? It was like 19, I think, where DRS was disabled, but they were on inters by lap 10, 12, I think. So yeah, weather was a big play in it. We did see a lot of strategies that worked really well and other strategies that didn't. But at the end of the day, it was a really good race, pretty consistent, and the podium finishers really deserved it.
Yep, definitely. We don't have long for the driver of the day at the moment. It is tied between 3 and 3, and it's now 4 and 3. So we'll have to wait and see who gets driver of the day. But on that note, let's pick up with P3, and I'll let you start off with Kelky. Over to you, Vettel.
G'day, Kalki.
Oh, g'day, Vettel. G'day, Vettel.
Hey, Bimbo.
Not bad. F125 really fucks you over at 24.
Hey, language.
No, really F's you up. Learned that the hard way.
Good. Yep. No worries. Yeah, I've heard. I saw you practicing on it earlier today, but yeah, I'm sure it would have been a real shock going back on the F124, and obviously the league race we had earlier today. That was a bit different. But yeah, it was good race. You were chasing Chandler's down. Unfortunately, did not get the position off him, but really good chase down. You got the podium. I'm sure Mercedes boys are proud. My question is, what was your thoughts going down to chase down Chandler's? Was it like, I'm gonna be as aggressive as possible, or were you just happy with the podium? And if you got Chandler's, you got Chandler's. That's a bonus.
Well, I would have been like 3 seconds ahead of Chandler if I didn't get held up by a slow McLaren after pitting onto the
Pit lane?
inters.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that.
And then so I was hoping to fight for the lead, but yeah, just couldn't really get it going early. And then I was just taking it way too cautious. Then I realized, yeah, I could be taking these corners way better. And I saved my tires better, but fortunately it wasn't enough. Still unfortunate about the McLaren. Very laggy, but hey, what can you do? Still take a P3.
Yeah. Well, congrats on the podium. I'll pass you over to SJ if he's got any questions.
Hey, Kalki, how you going?
Good.
I think one thing tonight that we noticed, guys weren't very happy with the tyre situation. What was your thoughts on that tonight? Because the DRS came in quite late. The track didn't really dampen a lot than probably the guys thought. So it was interesting to see the some of the guys coming in again on another lap of fresh inters. What was your thoughts tonight of the tyre?
Didn't want to go into it early. Mediums felt alright. Would have gone nice undercut Chandler's, of course, McLaren, but still pretty good. Recommended right choice, and definitely knew it was going to be a 2-stop. Wish I picked 1 lap earlier, formed my gut.
Okay. Yep. That's it's good to hear that. Obviously, very early on, nearly a little bit of an incident there with your teammate. You just moved over. It could have been an early race for you. Can you give us a bit of an insight what happened there? Because we did see some very, very good teamwork play there. But yeah, very, very close for a DNF very early on.
Oh yeah, we knew what we were doing. We both know how we race and how we join, so we both knew we were going to be safe there. It was just like on that second one, allowed Chandler to go in. Almost took me out, but still got it in the end. Both cars made it. Unfortunate about Piastri, but we moved.
Well, good job, and yeah, well done. And that is it now for you. You've got a week off. What's the plan? And obviously, when you come back, it's only 8 races left. And we do come back to guitar. So yeah, how you feeling about that and the break week?
Pretty good. Gonna grind F125 again. Have more time since beta earns in like a day or two.
Mhm.
But yeah, hopefully Edge is in this time to tell me what he should have done last time at Kick. Hopefully pull up another performance like that, like in Div 2. Not a bad track. Haven't raced in a while, but good thoughts. Hopefully I can get the win this time.
Okay. Well, Well done on P3. It was unfortunate that you couldn't get that P2 because it looked like it was going to be a good battle, but Chandler's just had a little bit more in the car than obviously yourself tonight. But no, interesting to see. But congratulations on the podium. Have a great break week, and we'll see you when you come back in guitar.
Yep, you do.
Okie dokie. All right, we will go over to our P2. I'll take this one away first before we pass you over to Vettel. Chandler's, mate, what a night for you. You knew that you obviously had to capitalise on tonight, so Jono and Gully. And you definitely did. It looked like it was going to be a very interesting start there. You kept very clean out the way there with Niall and the two Mercedes. The two Mercedes made probably a little bit of a few mistakes there earlier on. We did see that Oscar did get maybe tapped or losing the rear end. Obviously, that will be looked at by the onboard steward. But give us a bit of an insight of how your race went tonight, mate.
Yeah, it just sort of it depends on how I went at the start. If I'm honest, it's mostly make or break at the start. You don't want to be too silly, no damage, no nothing like that. So just keeping it clean was what got me to the first pit stop. But during that time, I noticed the Mercedes like really randomly switched, like lap 3 or something. And then I think it was Oscar Piastri. He was like sandbagging me and Neil. So I decided, no, I'm just gonna send my way through here and try to breach the gap to Kalki again. I don't want him to get away.
Well, it was interesting because obviously the gap was you actually started to pull in Niall earlier on, and then unfortunately he managed to get away and had Kelky not that far behind you, so it was probably maintaining that ERS. Did you even try to go for the push when you went on for the second stint of inters to the end of the race to try and push to try and catch Niall?
Yeah, I did. I came off of like a really good stint. I think I brought back about 5 seconds to nil, and put on the new inters, and I was expecting to be able to fight him for the win towards the end of the race, but my tires, I just didn't get the heat in them. They were cold the entire stint, and I was basically just moderating Kalki behind me until my tires just died.
Well, great job. And how you feeling for the break week? Sometimes it's one of those ones that you don't want it. You want to just keep continuing, keeping the momentum. But how you feeling for the break week and coming back to guitar?
I feel like there's been so many break weeks lately. But
keep you on your toes, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I guess it's good because it gets me some time to try out the new game.
Mhm.
See if it's gonna trump the release of F124.
Yep.
But it's just gonna be good to get some practice in, have a Saturday without having to do anything really. So I reckon it'll be alright.
I see, Dan. Well, you got 8 weeks to go before the season finishes, and there will be no more break weeks after that. And it does say on the calendar that it was. That will be changed. So we will be going after we come back from to guitar. It'll be right till the end. There'll be no break weeks, so you will finish early than expected. I think it's finishing on the 30th of May. So you finish on the day of the release of 25. So look at that. We've done that well for you, but unfortunately not for the others. But no, congratulations on the P2, and I'll pass you over to Vettel.
G'day, Chandlers.
Hello, Vettel. Nice to hear you.
Yeah, good to see you too. So yeah, we saw you, and Kalki Kalki was trying to chase you down. We were staying ahead, keeping, I'd say about, on average, a second above him, in front of him. How was the pressure feeling with him right behind you?
I mean, it wasn't too bad. He was applying some pressure, but I had room to breathe. He wasn't breathing down my neck as much as I thought he would.
Yeah.
He was staying about a second behind, but if he was able to get closer, I would just use a little bit more ERS, and I'd be able to bring that right back out. It was mostly about trying to catch Neil, but once that dream decided to fade into darkness, it was all about keeping Kalki behind me, I suppose.
Yeah. And then, obviously, with the first few laps, we saw the battles between many people. You, Niall, both Mercedes, the Haas of GeForce Nick, and the JDMI. Thunder. So yeah, that was really. How was the heart feeling in the first few laps with all of you bunched up? Because by what lap like 3, every single person was in a DRS of someone.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to stay calm, but when I saw the switch of the McLarens, no, the Mercedes, I knew that Kalki was going to try to ditch everyone behind and break DRS. So I decided to get out of keep the mediums alive mode and into let's get to first mode. So I sort of was the person that was making all the moves, stirring up some trouble, I suppose.
Yeah,
It's quite fun actually.
Yeah, I know. We saw the pit strategy. I'm surprised it worked. I'm actually really surprised how you pitted really late. Off those mediums. How'd they feel? Were they feeling terrible?
Yeah, those mediums they were feeling shocking on that in lap. My engineer was telling me to push one more lap longer because he noticed that the tire wear that of Kalki and Neil would have been rapidly increasing. So by the time I would have pitted, they would have already been on 20%. So I
Oh, yeah.
cut my losses and decided that it would be worse. It would be worse if I pitted with them.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's
Mm.
you had a really good race, and I'll pass you over to SJ.
No, I've done him. I've interviewed him. He's all good. He's free to leave.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh well, congratulations on the P2.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously with the break week, get your practice in, do the F1 25 beta, and yeah, enjoy next week's Saturday.
All right. Thank you. I'll see you all in about a fortnight's time.
Good man. Take care.
Yep.
All right. We will jump on board with the driver of the day. Unfortunately, he's not here, but we will be talking to his TP before we go on to our podium winner. Halo, good evening, my friend.
Hello.
Thank you for jumping in on part of GeForce Nick. Probably his best finish this season, and definitely well deserved driver of the day. I know you probably can't say too much without probably watching the race, but yeah, how did you find his performance was tonight?
Yeah, look, he did really well considering how fast everyone else was. He's not the quickest, but he's the most, I'd say the most consistent out of um probably Div 1, to be honest. So he did really well to stay in that P4 spot, defend it, and just come home with the solid points. So he should be proud of that. I'm sure he is, and hopefully, what's the race after this? Qatar.
Yes.
Hopefully, bring home the same performance at Qatar.
Yeah, well, you know myself, and we know Wog has been here, or GeForce Nick as we call him, but we've known him as Wog Boy. Has been here for 8 seasons, the longest probably serving member of Division One, and he's definitely got some pace and consistency, and he has dropped off a little bit throughout the seasons. But I know really good performance from him tonight, and obviously good points for Haas for him. Unfortunately, we will talk a little bit about your race. We did see that you had to change a bit of a front wing, and it looked like it was going to be a good race for you. And unfortunately, just got that P14 right at the end, overtaking Morge. So not the best of nights for yourself, and you're probably a little bit of a shame because it looked like it was going to be a nice little battle between you, Shifty Lamb, and also Limitless and Aiden's Raiden.
Yeah, no, it was looking to be a good night. But unfortunately, Keithy was very impatient. Sent a dive bomber man, gave me wing damage. We were evenly matched throughout some parts of the track, and we were better than each other at different parts. Unfortunately, he just decided to go for the wrong move at the wrong time, and it cost me more than what it cost him.
Unfortunate, these things happen. We'll have to see what the stewards say because it was noted. I'm going to touch base on one more thing before I'll let you talk to Vettel. Tyre temperature tonight and the tyre wear. We saw that most of you guys, and especially your car, not agreeing with the track, not just the weather or the tires just didn't look good. Can you give us a bit of an insight what the problem was on those inters?
Oh no, it was ridiculous.
Miami over
The
again,
temps were
isn't it?
just rising. They were just rising and rising, and at one point before I was pitting, I was looking at my temps, and my rear left was on 109 degrees. Um,
Wow.
it's a left side heavy track, but even some of the right side, like my rears were just gone. No problem on the slicks when it was still dry. But then I don't know. I don't know if it's a mixture of the traction control and just my aggressive braking on it. Um, they rose. They wouldn't come down. Even once I pit that last time when I fixed my wing after one lap, my rears were almost on 10%. So I think if you want to try and go for that one stop, if it's wet, you really got to nurse them tires, which is unfortunate.
It's Miami 2.0 last season in season 7, where it just doesn't know if it wants to dry, rain hard or not. So interesting, because we definitely saw tonight. Didn't think we were going to see that many. We didn't actually see that we were going to see those tires stop again, but unfortunately we did. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but no. Big up to you as well for jumping up into reserve for Division One. I know it's difficult, and I know that some of these guys out there are just ludicrously quick. But nice little bit of practice for you, obviously going into this race. If we think we've already done it, I think already, but a little bit of practice
Yeah.
going in for
Yep.
your race for tomorrow. How are you feeling for tomorrow, Brand Miami? Is it a track that you enjoy, or?
It's probably one of my best tracks. If I'm gonna perform, I got to perform and really well. Got to win by 20 seconds to cancel out that penalty from last round. But yeah, if I can break away, I think I'll be able to hold the lead pretty well.
Oh, okay. Well, Chief Force Nick just come in with 5 subs, so I really appreciate that. Jeffy, Dan, for Cabot, Geordie, and Jas OSCE. One more question before I let you go. Silly season starts off on Division 3 after the race at 12 o'clock. Are we going to see you soul searching for another driver in Division 1 to partner with G-Force Nick, as it didn't go to plan with, unfortunately, DVR?
I think that's what everyone that like some other TPs have been asking me. The answer is no. I think it would be more beneficial, keep him. So if he does show up, he's there. He's going to score solid points. He's quick. He's PSGL tier 2, so he's got the pace. I don't want to let him go. Then maybe McLaren picks him up and he shows up every week. So I just want to keep him in case he does show up, and then if he doesn't, I'll just continue to reserve up.
Okay. Well, it's interesting to hear, because it'd be interesting to hear what G-Force Nick would have to say as well, because I'm sure he wants that teammate. But no, all right. Well, if that's not the case, well done again for G-Force Nick. Have a great break. Look forward to seeing what you can do tomorrow in Miami. And I'll pass you over to Vettel.
Thank you.
G'day, Halo.
Hello, Vettel.
Yeah, not the greatest race from you. I've seen you do better in Division 1. What happened?
Oh, like I said before, just Keithy chose the wrong move at the wrong time, and it cost me that time. I was sold for a P8 finish. The rain just sort of stuffed it over. I'm not that great in the rain this game, so I was trying to maximise what I could do. I was doing it, but impatience happens.
Yeah, that's fully understandable. I'm sure the weather. I knew. Well, you guys would have known before, just out of Q1, that it was going to rain in the race. So there was a bit of what's it called, warning, but not enough to prepare for it. So yeah, but no, great race. Well, not really great race, but it head up, and sorry, you got next week. I don't know if you're doing Division 2. which will be tomorrow. But if you are, it's Miami. I know it's one of your great races. I've seen your time trial lap. If you remember a few months ago, we 1v1 here on Miami, and
Yep.
um, we'll save that for history books. But yeah, it was. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to watching you race, and good luck for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll head over to our poll winner, which is the man in the Red Bull. This guy does not have a full-time seat. He's now third in the standings. David must be putting his hair out, but he also must be putting that hair back in because he's getting points and consistent points every week for the team when he does turn up and race. Niall, mate, what a night for you again. Wasn't easy at first. Obviously, you had the battle of the Mercedes. And also Chandler's in the Alpine. I think you may be under investigation with a little bit of a tap there with the Merc. But give us a little bit of a heads up on what your thoughts were to the race tonight.
The race is super interesting. Like seeing the wet race, like it made me excited. I know I'm good in a wet. I know I can be. Yeah, so I just got really excited, and then the rain came early on the mediums. Got a bit treacherous. I can confirm, have a light tap with Oscar Piastri because he was intentionally playing some games, and stupid games get stupid prizes, So,
Ooh.
I mean, we'll see. To be honest, I don't know.
I love it. I love that remark. We did see it.
We'll see though. I'm confident I can defend it well, but then obviously the rain got harder on the first stint on the Inters. I was not loving it. Like whoever just talked before, I got 111 degree tires. If I stayed out an extra lap, I would have got puncture, no doubt about it. I was about 80% on the rear. So yeah, not ideal. Second stint, loving it because the grain got harder, tires didn't overheat at all, and just got it to the line easily. We managed to pull away a bit more to the PC lads. So yeah, I mean a good race overall and claiming the win.
Yeah, no, it has been a very, very good season for you actually. Going into the week's break, and obviously. Every time you've raced, you've pushed it in there. You've really had some very, very good battles with the front three tonight. We did see earlier on that you were losing a bit of time and Chalmers was gaining on you before you then decided to stop. We've asked the same question to most of the guys tonight. That the tyre wear tonight just didn't seem to be right for the cars. Was that your point of view tonight from what we saw? Because it didn't look absolutely that it was chucking it down. It looked damp, but it still looked dry in some areas, which then made the tyres overheat, which made it quite difficult for some of the guys to still control the car, and obviously using those tyres a lot more than you normally would, which then meaning having to pit. Did you find that tonight was the case?
The tyres just no. It was really good, but then it just overheated way too much. The rain was not heavy enough to keep them cool. So I just had to live for it, really, sliding back in all the time. To be fair, actually, it was a bit stable, my setup, so that was good. So that provided a good advantage, so it wouldn't have got even more, more tyre wear, so, yeah. And then, for the second stint, it just, it just didn't apply. It was a lot cooler, the tyres, so, yeah, I mean, got to survive that, and then took the win.
Well, one more question I'm going to ask you. We've asked you this lots of times. You have Qatar coming back for round 11. Then you've got Austria. Then you've got Bahrain, Mexico, Monza, Imola, Baku, and Silverstone. Are we going to see a full-time Niall Giroux?
I'm not entirely sure yet. I mean, those tracks I do quite enjoy a bit, but I mean, we'll have to see. Because I am becoming more busy on Fridays now, so when I wake up in the morning, I'll feel even more and more tired. So my performance may be a bit impacted. So maybe we'll have to stick reserve for now. But
it's just such a shame.
Yeah, we'll see.
Third in the standings, and you've won 3 races on the trot: Vegas, Yas Marina, and Zandvoort. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be a very interesting battle if you do end up putting in that full-time seat for Red Bull with Gully and Jono. So, no, have a great break. Obviously, you've probably got the beta as well, and you'll be practicing on F125. It's a pleasure to have you on the grid, and yeah, look forward to the break and look forward to seeing you when you come back in Qatar. I'll pass you over to Vettel.
G'day, Niall.
Hello, Vettel.
Yeah, great race. Obviously, getting pole and finishing P1. How do you feel?
Nothing beats having pole to win. Well, it wasn't exactly as straightforward, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
feels good. Obviously, doing it 3 in a row,
Yeah.
you know, nothing beats it.
Obviously. So yeah, I haven't got many questions. I've got a question. I've got I don't know what to call it. A tip. So, me being a Division 5 driver, so is SJ. Your two commentators at Division 5. What's one tip you would give us to be up to your level? Would it be sticking to lines? I don't know. What's one thing that makes you a quick Div 1 driver to the difference of a Div 5 driver?
Being from Europe.
Everyone says, you know,
That
like,
too.
this is key. Putting in the hours, you know, that obviously it's something that people may say, all right, you know, it's obvious, but it is, you know, like, and people might not believe it, but it actually is the case. You know, you've put the hours in, learn the racing lines, learn no assists, you just start flying. You know, I was at one point very, very slow, and I've progressed my way back up to the top ranks because, you know, just hours and hours of practice each day, it really makes a huge difference.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on the win. Thank you for the tip. I'm sure we will see you here very soon. I know you said that there's commitments going on, but I'm sure we'll see you on the podium very soon.
We'll see.
Okay, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is Division 1 done and dusted. A very interesting night at Zandvoort, a great track which people love to make overtakes, but like to do it in the dry, not wet. So, yeah, congratulations to all of the drivers tonight. Obviously, P1, Nigel, P2, Chandler's, P3, Kalki, and also driver of the day, G-Force Nick. And thank you very much for the sub as well. Big shout out as well to people who have tuned in and followed tonight. Most like a meal there. Then we've got British Antics 24, Risby Fairs 13. That was about a couple of days ago, and also for the sub as well. Yeah, that's it. Battle, thank you very much as well for jumping in. I hope you enjoyed it, mate.
Yeah, no worries. It's always great to commentate.
Hopefully we'll see you back into the comms box, but you will see Vettel on track on Monday night for Miami for Division 5, so tune in, show him some support, not too much support because he is doing very well at the moment. Is that going to slip up? We'll have to wait and see. Big up to all of our sponsors as well. I'm coming for you. I like Miami. It's a good track if it'll get taken out, but we'll see.
I don't.
I do, so that's good news to hear. We then got our main sponsor, AI369. Thank you very much to them. Tune in and jump on board the website www.ht or http://ai369.co.uk. And if you feel like you want a bit of a change and you want to move from maybe a pad to a wheel, then jump on board with Pagnian and use the code RUSH24 if you want to upgrade some of your gear going into the second part of Division 1, which will be all the way through to the end now. This will be their last break after silly season. So they now have a week's break, and I'm sure they'll definitely be getting on the beta and practicing that F125. And then big up as well to SimLab and also New Zealand only Speed Nation, our other two sponsors as well. And thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. I'll leave you a quote before we go. Niall Joel, I've asked him so many times, will he take a full-time seat? This is his third win in a row. And we've also seen Chandler's has now pulled in some points on Alpha Gully and Jono, but still leading the way is Alpha Gully Is it Alpha Gullies this season, or is anyone else going to cause a storm? We'll see you in a week's time in Qatar. Good night.